Hi, thank you for joining the orientation for the Caddie Services Volunteer Committee. My name is Noor Ahmed. I'm a long-term championship administration intern with the USGA this year for the US Open. I will be responsible for the Caddie Services Committee as well as your committee chair and a few other USGA staff. I want to personally thank you for volunteering for the US Open this year. We would not be able to operate our championships without all that you do. The committee chair for Caddie Services is Rusty Hill, and assisting him in managing Caddie Services will be the 2023 US Open coordinator, John Ryan Celebrity, as well as Lena Campbell, who's joining us from the 2024 US Open, and myself. The Caddie Services Committee will be responsible for registering caddies as well as providing any necessary information and equipment throughout championship week. The check-in procedure for volunteers will be at Caddie Services headquarters. This year, it'll be located in the player grill room, which is on the tennis courts. Caddie Services will begin operations on Saturday, June 10th, and will run through Sunday, June 18th. We wanted to bring to your attention that for Saturday and Sunday, June 10th and 11th, you will not need parking passes, and parking will be located on the south course here at Los Angeles Country Club. And again, you do not need parking passes for those days, and we will send driving and parking instructions as we get closer for those 2 days. We ask that you please check in 15 minutes before your shift. If you're going to be late or miss a shift for any reason, we please ask that if you find out prior to the day of your shift that you email us. And if you find out the day of your shift that you will be late or need to miss a shift for any reason, please call us. As you can see here, the red star indicates where the shuttle will drop you off from the parking lot here on Wilshire Boulevard. You'll be dropped off right in front of the main admission gate, and you'll be able to walk across the bridge over Wilshire Boulevard onto the north course. Like I said, Caddie Services will be located on the tennis courts. In order to reach Caddie Services, this is the best route for you to take. Once you're dropped off by the shuttle, and walk through the main admission gate, take the bridge over Wilshire Boulevard and make a straight left. You'll continue walking past the corporate hospitality and the chalet, which will be on your right. Once you reach the clubhouse, you'll make a left to walk along the back of the clubhouse. And once you exit the parking lot, you'll make a left, walk towards the satellite merchandise tent. Once you reach the satellite merchandise tent, you'll make another left and walk down the hill past the driving range and the practice area. You'll make a left near the tennis courts and then make a right, and you'll see the player grill room is labeled, and that's where Caddie Services headquarters will be located. Your committee duties include registering caddies. USGA staff will assist you on the first days of your shift to show you the caddy registration process. You will assist them in filling out any necessary paperwork and keep all the records in Caddie Services HQ. You will distribute information and the materials that they need in order to be successful in their role. This includes their credential, a merchandise discount card, parking passes, a USGA championship packet, their caddy gift bag, a guest credential, yardage books, and towels. Committee duties for volunteers volunteering on the morning shift will include distributing caddy bibs on the first and 10th tee on Thursday and Friday. On Saturday and Sunday, players will only be teeing off the first tee. Each group will receive a red, white, and blue caddy bib. We ask that prior to distributing the bibs that you please check their condition, that the side strings are attached, the front pockets are clear, and that the Velcro strip is there. Please verify that the player's name is correct. You will have a list provided to you with tee times and player names from USJ Scoring every day prior to the start of your shift. And a part of this is also preparing caddy bibs for the next group. Please never leave bibs unattended. We want to make sure that all bibs are accounted for every day. Committee duties for those who are volunteering in the afternoon shift will include collecting caddy bibs. We ask that when you are interacting with caddies and players that you please be polite, tactful, and professional when asking for the bib. Please recognize that emotions can be high due to the scoring and the play, and so we please ask that you be respectful of caddies and players. Please collect the caddy bib from the caddy once they have walked away from the 9th or 18th green, and once they have made their way to scoring central. One volunteer can be responsible for following the group from the green to scoring central. Do not rush the caddy. Again, please be aware of their emotions and make sure that when the caddy does give you the bib, that all the pockets are empty and that they do not have any of their belongings left in the bib. Players will be going through the green between anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. So you'll have 10 to 15 minutes between groups. And again, we please ask and remind you that you never leave caddy bibs unattended. Prior to the start of your shifts, we encourage you that you visit volunteer headquarters. We will have breakfast, snacks, and coffee for you available for you to enjoy before or after your shift. We ask that you only visit volunteer headquarters on the days that you are scheduled to volunteer, just to manage the flow and traffic of all volunteers. When you visit volunteer headquarters, please make sure to enter the volunteer raffle. It's a fun little thing that we do for volunteers annually, and so we please encourage you to visit volunteer headquarters for it. Again, volunteer headquarters is located very conveniently this year as soon as you enter the property. So once you enter and walk through the admission gate, cross over the bridge over Wilshire Boulevard, volunteer headquarters will be located directly on your right-hand side. We encourage you all to visit. We have a great view of the first hole, and so you'll be able to enjoy some golf. Some friendly reminders. Please be aware that distractions can lead to mistakes. We cannot address a problem if we are not made aware. So if there are any issues, if you have any questions about your duties or you have any safety concerns, please reach out to a USGA staff member or your committee chair, and please make us aware of your concerns. When you are volunteering, we ask that you do not attempt to get any autographs or take pictures. Volunteer apparel must be worn when you are scheduled to volunteer, as well as your volunteer credential. Please do not change anything with regards to your credential or your apparel without prior USGA approval. And we please ask, do not drink any alcoholic beverages before or during your shift. After your volunteer shift is over, we encourage you to enjoy the championship. We want all our volunteers to take advantage of the championship being at Los Angeles Country Club this year. We want to remind you that on the days you are scheduled to volunteer, if you go out to, watch the championship after your shift, that you do not have to change out of your volunteer apparel. The only thing that we do ask you to do is to remove your credential when you are not currently volunteering in a shift, so that we know that you are not acting in a volunteer capacity at that time. When you are not volunteering, we please ask you to not act in a volunteer capacity. Shuttles will be available to take you back to your designated parking lot from the same location that you will be dropped off at. in the morning. Thank you so much for watching this orientation. If you have any questions, please reach out to our championship office either via email or via our phone number. Again, we want to thank you for volunteering. The USGA would not be able to operate any of its championships without all that you do. And we look forward to seeing you here at Los Angeles Country Club in a few days.